Hey guys, it's Theodore from RA Bros here, and as you've probably guessed from the title, today I'm going to be talking about 5G. Last year in April, Verizon, an American telecommunications company, introduced us to 5G. Still, even today, there are many questions about how it works and what the big deal is. Well, today I'll be answering those questions. So first, let's look at how wireless cellular networks have progressed over time. In 1979, Japan launched wireless cellular data, which used AM and FM waves like the radio for telecommunications. There were two problems with this. The first was that each of these waves required a separate frequency band. So if during those times I was on a call with someone, that frequency band would be busy, and anyone else who wanted to call would have to use another frequency band. Of course, all of this was done automatically, so normal people wouldn't notice that. But since each call required a different frequency band, the problem was limited frequencies. Different frequencies were also required for weather, military communications, GPS, television broadcasting, radio astronomy, and air traffic control. To solve the problem of limited frequencies, multiple towers were put up within each city. This allowed each tower to have those frequency bands, so the number of frequency bands available increased with every new tower. The second problem with 1G was speed, as the highest 1G bands communicated data at a maximum speed of 2.4 kilobits per second. This was improved with 2G, which was launched in 1991, 12 years after the launch of 1G. 2G used binary data processing to communicate, so phone calls were digitally encrypted. Also, the introduction of digits and bits meant that the alphabet could be communicated. Basically, SMS was now made possible. If you were alive then and had a phone, you probably know about the limit of 160 characters on a text message, which led to the development of chat speak or text speak, in which people would shorten the words to use less characters. When 2G was first introduced, it could go up to speeds of 9.6 kilobits per second, which is already 4 times better than 1G. But by the time 3G got released, 2G was able to go up to 40 kilobits per second. 3G was introduced in 2001, 10 years after 2G. To get 3G into your phone, it was pretty easy, as you would just have to get a new SIM, which was 3G capable. 3G came with another improvement in technology. It allows for signals to be split into data packages, so that each person was not limited to just one frequency band. These data packages would use any frequency band that was available to travel to their location, allowing for even more users. This also increased the data transmission speeds up to 200 kilobits per second when it first got launched, to 4,200 kilobits per second in 2008. In just 7 years, 3G speeds went up over 20 times. In 2009, 4G came out. Unlike switching from 2G to 3G, where you just had to change your SIM, to access 4G, you needed a compatible phone as well. 4G is called long-term evolution, or LTE, and could go up to speeds of 50 megabits per second, which is equal to 10 times the maximum speed of 3G. Last year, when 5G got launched, it boasted speeds of up to 2 gigabits per second, which is the same as 2,000 megabits per second, which is the same as 2 million kilobits per second, which is about a million times the original speed of 1G. You get my point, it's very fast. Well, how do they achieve this? They achieve it by opening up a new range of frequencies. 5G is spread in 3 different frequencies. The lowest frequency, called low band, uses frequencies of about 1 gigahertz, and it travels the longest distance, but it gives speeds of only about 50 to 100 megabits per second. Now I'm saying only, but this is already better than 4G. The medium frequency, also called mid-band, is about 2.5 to 4 gigahertz, which travels a slightly shorter distance, but gives speeds from 100 to over 1,000 megabits per second. The highest frequency of 5G is called millimeter wave, and it gives speeds up to 2 gigabits per second, as I said earlier. Now, the problem with millimeter wave is that it can't travel very far. Also, it can be blocked by basically anything: walls, trees, people, even raindrops. The only solution to this is to have many of these millimeter wave nodes in many places, so that your devices can essentially switch between the nodes that they're connected to, well, as you move. This brings up another problem though. The idea of filling up a city, state, and eventually an entire country will take a lot of money. And also, it will take years to actually finish this. There are also other drawbacks to using 5G. It would increase the battery consumption of your phone, and also cause it to heat up more. Another drawback is that, like 4G, you have to change your phone and SIM card to compatible ones. You can't even use 5G until it comes to your neighborhood, which will not be happening very soon. Especially now that all economies are declining due to the pandemic. So it's definitely not ready right now, as the advantages outweigh the disadvantages. But in the future, 5G has many possibilities. It can be used for automatic car transportation. I mean, you could have an entire city full of self-driving cars, which use 5G to communicate with each other so that they don't crash. If we can get a city full of only 5G self-driving cars connected to the same network, we wouldn't even need traffic lights, as the cars would clear themselves with an automated path. You can have an app to call a car and to get to another place in record time. Can you imagine that? Oh, also, you will never have to deal with the spinning wheel of death. Ever. Again. Also, for those people who think it's dangerous, don't worry, it's not. 5G technology does use higher frequency waves, but because it falls in safer areas of the electromagnetic spectrum, it is not harmful. Even visible light has much higher frequencies than 5G waves. Also, you should know that 5G does not have any effect on sleep or cognitive functions. It does not cause headaches or cancer. And finally, for you conspiracy theorists, 5G does not cause the coronavirus. If you liked this video, hit the thumbs up below, and if you liked it a lot, subscribe and be sure to hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching.